A 4.9-liter Ford Inline-six is still turning over past 600,000 miles inside a decommissioned UPS package van, running on the factory bottom end. Not rebuilt, not touched. A separate 2013 F-150 crossed 1 million miles on its original frame and cab, and its own odometer froze at 999,999 because the engineer who wrote that firmware in the late 2000s never coded a 7th digit. Nobody thought a gas-powered light truck would ever get there. Before we rank anything, we pulled fleet telemetry, service records, and teardown data on 7 specific F-150 engine and transmission pairings, and we judged every single one of them against the same 4 criteria: mechanical simplicity, transmission pairing, cost to maintain past 200,000 miles, and what actually kills them first. Some of these trucks you already know. One of them will surprise you completely. Let's get into it. The checklist. Here's how we're judging every truck on this list, and we're not changing the standard once. We start with valve train simplicity, fixed timing gears and chains, beat belts, plastic guides, and variable cam phasers every time. From there, we look at the transmission pairing, because the right gearbox can make or break an otherwise bulletproof engine. Then we price out the real cost to maintain each one past 200,000 miles, not the number on the sticker when it left the lot. And finally, we identify the one flaw that eventually gets it, because every engine on this list has one, even the best ones. Keep that framework in your head. We're running it 7 times. Number 1, 1987 to 1996. Ford F-150, 8th and 9th Gen, 4.9-liter inline-six, 300 cubic inch. This is the truck UPS built an entire fleet strategy around. Package cars running the 4.9-liter logged 400,000 to 700,000 miles on original internal components, and owner networks routinely report 450,000 miles on factory clutches and bottom ends. Here's why. The block is cast iron with extra thick cylinder walls, riding on 7 main crankshaft bearings, more support than most V8s of the era. But the real story is the timing system. There isn't one. No belt, no chain, no plastic guides, no hydraulic tensioner. The camshaft runs off heavy-duty helical gears, direct drive, nothing to stretch or snap. Maintenance is almost insultingly simple. Zinc formula oil every 4,000 to 5,000 miles protects the flat tappet lifters, and that's basically the whole job. The failure points are external, not internal. Rear main seal weeping, a leaking pushrod cover gasket, maybe a slave cylinder on manual trucks. None of that touches the bottom end. Mechanics have even documented this engine surviving severe oil starvation and crankcase contamination without spinning a bearing or scoring a cylinder wall, a torture test most modern engines wouldn't walk away from. The trade-off, 145 to 150 horsepower. It will not win a stoplight race against the 5-liter V8 sitting next to it on the lot. But under continuous low-speed hauling and outright abuse, mechanics agree the 300 inline-six simply outlasts it. This engine was so overbuilt that Ford sold it into airport belt loaders, irrigation pumps, forklifts, and wood chippers. That's not a truck engine anymore. That's industrial equipment wearing a Ford badge. The one flaw? Frame rust will end this truck decades before the engine does. Before we get to the next F-150, if you want a more in-depth look into how your pickup truck can last 200,000, 300,000, or even 500,000 miles, this ebook reveals the exact maintenance secrets and brand-specific strategies that every smart pickup truck owner should know. If you want to check it out, the link is down in the description below. Number 2, 1997 to 2003 Ford F-150, 10th Gen, 4.6-liter 2-valve modular, V8. Independent shops inspecting these fleet trucks routinely find the same thing. The steel bed rusts away completely before the 4.6-liter ever throws an internal fault. The 2-valve modular V8 uses a deep skirt cast iron block with 6-bolt cross-bolted main caps, 4 vertical, 2 horizontal, which is an extreme amount of structural rigidity for a truck engine of this era. And critically, this engine came before Ford added the complexity that hurt its successor. No variable cam timing phasers, no oil control solenoids, no long failure-prone tensioner arms. Just short timing chains and simple hydraulic tensioners that hold up as long as oil pressure does. Paired with the 4R70W 4-speed automatic, a hardened evolution of the AODE, this is a genuinely low-maintenance combination. 5,000-mile oil changes on 5W20 or 5W30 keep the hydraulic lifters clean, and that's most of the job. There is exactly one design flaw worth knowing before you buy. 1997 to 2002 cylinder heads only have 4 threads holding the spark plug in place. Over-torque it or leave it loose, and it can eject the plug entirely. Torque to 28 foot-pounds, no anti-seize, and the problem disappears. This is the same core engine Ford put in the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, a platform built to idle for thousands of hours and cross 400,000 miles in taxi and municipal fleets. Compared to the older 4.9-liter Inline-six, it also delivers noticeably smoother highway cruising and better cabin acoustics, while matching that same 500,000-mile potential. The one flaw: get the spark plug torque wrong, and a $30 part turns into an unplanned head repair. Number 3. 1999 to 2003 Ford F-150 10th Gen 5.4-liter 2-valve Triton V8. This is the engine people confuse with the one that ruined the Triton name, and that confusion costs buyers money on both ends. The 2-valve 5.4-liter stretches the modular block to a 4.16-inch stroke for serious low-end torque, 350 pound-feet, which is why it became the towing engine of choice in this era. In 1999, Ford added performance-improved heads, pushing output to 260 horsepower. Mechanically, it avoids every landmine that came later: fixed cam timing, simple 2-row timing chains, forged rods in certain years. Trucks with the towing package got paired with the heavy-duty 4R100 automatic, the same transmission behind the 7.3-liter Power Stroke diesel. Documented fleet examples cross 350,000 to 450,000 miles, pulling construction trailers on this exact combination. The catch? Don't confuse this with the 2004 to 2010 3-valve 5.4-liter. That one has cam phaser failures, spark plug breakage, and oil starvation to the heads. This one doesn't. Same displacement, completely different engine underneath. Watch the composite intake manifold for a coolant leak near the front crossover, and check the same spark plug thread issue as the 4.6-liter above. Ford trusted this 2-valve design so much that they kept it in commercial E-Series vans all the way through the 2014 model year, skipping the 3-valve setup entirely for fleet buyers. The one flaw: buying the wrong badge, 2-valve versus 3-valve, by not checking the build sheet first. Here's the one thing you can actually do before you hand over money on any of these. Pull the door jamb sticker and confirm the build date and engine code against the VIN. Every single engine on this list has a good version and a bad version that can look identical from the driveway. The door jamb tells you which one you're standing in front of. Don't take the listing's word for it. Number 4. 2011 to 2014 Ford F-150 12th Gen 3.7-liter Duratec Cyclone V6. The most overlooked engine on this entire list. Municipal fleets, parts delivery vans, and security trucks running the 3.7-liter are quietly logging 300,000 to 400,000 miles with 0 internal failures and 0 turbo maintenance conversations. It's a DOHC V6 with real 4-valve heads and TIVCT, but critically, it uses traditional port fuel injection, not direct injection. That single decision matters more than it sounds. port injection sprays fuel onto the back of the intake valves on every cycle, which continuously washes away the carbon buildup that plagues direct injected engines. It also runs mechanical bucket tappets instead of hydraulic roller lifters, fewer moving parts to fail. It's paired exclusively with the 6R80 6-speed automatic, a ZF-derived transmission that handles the 302 horsepower output without breaking a sweat. Oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Transmission service every 60,000, and this truck just keeps running. The same Cyclone architecture was reworked for the Police Interceptor utility and Taurus, engineered to idle at high temperature during pursuit duty for hours at a stretch. And compared to the 10th generation 4.6-liter V8, this engine also produces more horsepower, 302 versus 231, while delivering better fuel economy and a far more refined transmission. The one flaw, 278 pound-feet peaks late at 4,000 revolutions per minute. So it's not the truck for heavy towing, but for daily driving, it has the lowest total cost of ownership on this entire list. Number 5, 2015 to 2017 Ford F-150 13th Gen 5-liter Coyote V8 Generation 2. Hotshot delivery drivers running this exact combination have logged over 435,000 miles, north of 700,000 kilometers, on untouched original internals and an untouched 6R80 transmission. Mechanics widely call this 3-year window the single best modern F-150 configuration Ford has ever produced. Two things stacked together here. First, 2015 is when Ford switched the entire body to aluminum, cutting roughly 700 pounds off the truck, which means less stress on the powertrain during every single mile of towing and acceleration. Second, the Gen 2 Coyote itself got real upgrades. Stiffer valve springs, sinter-forged rods borrowed from the Mustang Boss 302, and better timing chains. It kept pure port fuel injection and conventional cylinder sleeves, meaning it dodged every problem that hit the Gen 3 Coyote in 2018, when Ford added dual injection, a high-pressure fuel pump, and spray-in cylinder liners. Past 300,000 miles, the job is simple. Synthetic oil every 5,000 miles, water pump and VCT solenoids around 150,000 to 200,000, transmission service every 60,000. That aluminum weight reduction also boosted the truck's maximum payload capacity without requiring stiffer, harsher riding leaf springs, letting it haul more while actually reducing long-term chassis wear. The one flaw, there isn't really one at this mileage, which is exactly why mechanics rank it this high. Number 6, 2018 to 2020 Ford F-150 13th Gen 3.3-liter PFDI V6. While 2018 to 2020 buyers were dealing with 10-speed gear hunting and 5-liter oil consumption complaints, fleet operators running the base 3.3-liter quietly put over 220,000 miles on trucks with zero mechanical downtime beyond brakes, plugs, and tires. This is where Ford got clever. The 3.3-liter uses dual-system port and direct fuel injection, one injector inside the combustion chamber for efficiency, one in the intake runner that continuously washes the valves, clean the same way the 3.7-liter above does. Best of both systems, none of the carbon buildup either one has on its own. The real decision that saves this engine, though, is the transmission. While the 2.7-liter, 3.5-liter EcoBoost, and 5-liter all moved to the new 10R80 10-speed in this generation, Ford kept the base 3.3-liter on the older, proven 6R80 6-speed. That single choice isolated this engine from the early solenoid and clutch drum issues the 10-speed had in its first production years. The result? Virtually zero technical service bulletins on this pairing. This was also the last F-150 configuration ever sold in North America that paired a naturally aspirated engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The one flaw? It's marketed and priced like a rental fleet afterthought, which is exactly why the used prices on it are lower than they should be for what you're actually getting. Number 7. 2011 to 2014. Ford F-150 12th Gen 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6. This one belongs on the list, but not for the reason the other 6 do, and I want to be straight about that before I explain why. A documented 2013 F-150 with the first-gen 3.5-liter EcoBoost crossed 1 million miles on its original frame and chassis. The original engine ran 600,000 miles before it was swapped. That's real. Verified 7-figure mileage on a turbocharged gas truck. But getting there requires treating this engine like a commercial diesel, not a normal gas V6. The twin-turbo, direct-injected 3.5-liter makes 365 horsepower and 420 pound-feet at a low 2,500 revolutions per minute. Genuinely impressive engineering. Forged rods, forged crank, oil cooling piston jets. But oil changes cannot exceed 5,000 miles, and 3,000 to 4,000 is safer, because fuel dilution shears the oil and coats the turbo lines. Timing chains and guides need replacing around 150,000 miles before fuel dilution stretches them. Spark plugs need changing every 30,000 to 40,000 miles, re-gapped, or you get misfires under boost. Owners chasing maximum longevity even drill a small weep hole in the lower intercooler boot to let condensation drain before it causes a cold start misfire under boost. This is not a set it and forget it engine. If you skip a single one of those intervals, the math changes fast. The one flaw, and it's a fun one, when that million-mile truck crossed the odometer's limit, the display froze at 999,999. Ford's cluster software from the late 2000s literally never had a 7th digit programmed in, because nobody building that firmware imagined a light-duty gas truck would ever need one. Line them all up the way we checked them. The 4.9-liter Inline-six and the 4.6-liter 2-valve V8 win on pure mechanical simplicity, no phasers, no complexity, wide margin for maintenance mistakes. The 2-valve 5.4-liter adds real towing torque without adding real risk, as long as you confirm you're not looking at the 3-valve by mistake. The 3.7-liter V6 is the quiet, cheapest to own daily driver on this list. The 2015 to 2017 5-liter Coyote is the closest thing to a flawless modern truck Ford has built. Aluminum body, mature engine, proven transmission. The 3.3-liter is the sleeper, protected by an old transmission nobody expected it to keep. And the 3.5-liter EcoBoost is the outlier, capable of 1 million miles, but only for an owner who treats maintenance like it's non-negotiable. If you want the lowest maintenance option and don't care about power, buy the 4.9-liter or the 4.6-liter. If you tow regularly and want simplicity, the 2-valve 5.4-liter or the Gen 2 5-liter Coyote. If you commute and want the cheapest total cost of ownership, the 3.7-liter or the 3.3-liter. And if you want maximum capability and you're disciplined enough to never skip an oil change, the 3.5-liter EcoBoost can genuinely go the distance. But it's the only engine on this list that punishes you for getting lazy. Pick the one that matches how you actually drive, not the one with the biggest number on the badge. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you like content like this, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.